So this holiday, which is basically right after Sukkot, conclude 22 days of holidays, which we know this is the month of Tishrei, the month that you can have Tif Taf Shin Reish, returning light, in order to have the Yud. Tishrei in Hebrew means to reside, that the light can reside in us. We can receive the light for the whole year, because that's the letter Lamed, the only letter in the Hebrew alphabet that goes above the line, because it's the connection with the source, with the tree of life. So the 22 days of holidays, like the 22 Hebrew alphabet, are the connection with the light. We know that the 22 Hebrew alphabet are the bridge between the endless and the finite world that we're living in. Okay? This is what it is. For the deep lectures of Kabbalah, we explain it in details, how it goes. So these 22 days ending by this day. So it means what? This is the day that we conclude the whole energy. The Ari explain that basically if Adam and Eve were not doing the short circuit called the sin of Adam, so the second day of their creation, which was Saturday, it was also Simchat Torah. And at that moment, they will finish the tikkun. So instead of the Simchat Torah will happen as the second day of Rosh Hashanah, which means right after, now this process is a longer process. We need more time in order to achieve the same goal. But the end result is also Simchat Torah. So what is the Simchat Torah? What is the energy of Simchat Torah? What is really happening there? One thing that we do, we are completing the reading of the Torah, because we know every year we're reading the whole scroll of the 5 books of Moses. And we're reading it portion after portion. Every Saturday we complete one portion, and we're doing it all the year long. When we end the reading, when is the time when we complete the whole Torah? It's, in Simchat Torah. Also in Simchat Torah, we start the cycle of the new year to come. And we call this day the Simcha of the Torah, the happiness of the Torah. What is the Torah? We know that there is a solution for every problem. There is a fulfillment for every desire. There is an answer for every question. And there is a cure for every disease. Why the Kabbalists saying that they know that there is? Because we know that our choice is to choose, is our source, which we call God, the Creator, is good or not. If He's good, He's perfect. And if He's perfect, He creates perfect creatures. And if we're not perfect now, we'll be perfect eventually. So if we have desires that are not unfulfilled, or we have disease that we didn't cure, or questions that we didn't answer, all problems that we didn't solve, it's because we're in the middle of the process, but they will be solved. So there is a question. So the Creator gave the answer for all the questions. He gave the fulfillment for all the desire. He gave it. He has to give it. So what He did in this world, He prepared the world to bring this, what we call the complete answers for all the questions and the fulfillment for all the desires and the solution for all the problems in this world. He completed it as a form of prophecy. What do you mean prophecy? An inspiration. The Kabbalists call it Nefesh, Ruach, Neshama, Chaya, Yechida. It's the 5 levels of the soul. It's the 5 levels of the soul that Adam lost after the short circuit, that the Israel lost after the golden calf. The 5 levels of the soul, which is the connection with this enlightenment of the Creator as a form of visions, of seeing all these beautiful things that exist beyond the reality of the physical world. All the perfection, all the beauty, all the amazing things that give us endless amount of pleasure. So basically, all these levels are the prophecy that was revealed. And obviously, there was a person that was the channel for it, which is the person that managed to have prophecy in the highest level. And we know that Kabbalistically, a prophet is a person not just telling you the future, he sees things above the physical reality. And a prophet is, they used to check the prophet by saying that when he says something good that's going to happen, it had to happen in details. If you said it's going to happen Wednesday 4 o'clock, it will be exactly 4 o'clock, not 5. Because what it said, it's not just intuition that sometimes is right, sometimes is wrong, or any other system of knowing the future. It's exact things. It has to be like the purest connections. So the Torah is the purest revelation of all this prophecy of Moses in that time. That it has its in a written form. Every letter has a meaning. So basically the Creator gave the solution. And it was an experience that not just one person, like Moses had it. Moses had it with all the Israelites that were there in that time. And they were supposed to give it to the whole world. Eventually, this is why Moses wrote the Torah in 70 languages. That was the purpose, that this consciousness will go eventually to the whole world. So basically the old Torah, it's what we want, it's our soul, it's the enlightenment that we are looking for. Now what's happening that every year we're finishing the Torah, which means that we're reaching another level of connection with this enlightenment that we want to achieve. And the energy that we want, the solutions for the problem are hidden there. If you want to look for a treasure, you need to know where it is. The world is very big. The biggest treasure, it's right in front of our eyes. It's more than money, it's everything that we want. It's in the Torah. So when we have this Torah, it's everything. When you call it Simchat Torah, it's the happiness of the Torah. Because we're happy about all kinds of different things. When you close a deal, we're happy. When you get married, we're happy. Find the relationship that we enjoy, we're happy. But all of these are small happiness relative to biggest happiness, that including everything. But unfortunately, there is a opponent in this world that taking away from us the desire, the happiness from these things. Simchat Torah is the conclusion. After we went through all the holidays, we have the right desire. We have the desire to receive for light that we receive in the time of between Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. We already established the program. Then we have the light of mercy in the time of Sukkot, which is like left hand and right hand. And now the both hands together, which is Simchat Torah. It's the Simcha and the Torah together. It's both together. It's all everything. And then in this moment, we have a ceiling of what type of Torah, what type of level of in divine inspiration, of prophecy, of connection with the 99%, of seeing things above the five senses, which is really what gives us the energy to want things that above the animal desires that we have. The ego, power, manipulation, and the physical pleasure, which I have no problem with this, but it's not the major thing. Because if it is the major thing, we're still very small. We're not growing. We're not connecting with our huge potential. We cannot enjoy. We cannot have love in this amount. We cannot have all this amazing thing that the Creator wants to give us. So this is the time that we create desire for the Torah. So this is why it's not just taking the Torah out and reading it. We're doing we're dancing. We make it from a big event till we read the Torah, just to prepare our vessel to awaken our desires. Then we read the Torah, and then we complete the old Torah. And then after that we complete the Torah, we start the new Torah because we're happy to get to the new level of consciousness that we can achieve. Every year in our life, we can achieve another level of consciousness, new revelations, new things, new enlightenment, new ideas, new understanding, new opening. And the desire that we have, the happiness that we have with this, it's the real happiness. If we have this happiness, we're going to be safe for the wrong happiness. When you're happy about something that it finishes in 2 seconds, you get addicted to it, like physical things, etc., that eventually doing the opposite effect. This is happiness that always will give us to move to the right direction. So it's huge amount of happiness that you can restore for the whole year to come, but from the right desire, the desire for the major purpose of life, the soul, the nefesh, ruach, neshama, yechidah, the Torah, the enlightenment, the teaching of Kabbalah, all secrets that there is in life that exist, that the Creator wants to give us. All the best.